Hi, it's Dawn Finn here again, and we're going to talk about step 6, and again from the 12 by 12. Step 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all of these defects of character. Step 6 is necessary for your spiritual growth. The beginning of a lifetime job. So true. Recognition of differences between striving for an objective and perfection. We must keep trying. Being ready is all important. Necessity of taking action, delay is dangerous. Rebellion may be fatal. Point at which we abandon limited objectives and move towards our higher power's will for us. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, that's actually just the description. That is on page 6 and 7. When we think about step 6, we automatically think, oh, I need to clear it. But that's not what he's saying, or what they're saying. What they're saying is, I just need to be ready. I need to be aware of what they are and be willing to seek guidance to change those. So early on, honesty. Honesty is a huge one, isn't it? We don't have trust from our family and friends because we've lied. We haven't shown up to the meetings. We haven't taken care of those relationships because it was all about self. And in the beginning, it was easier for me to say it's your fault than it was for me to say it's mine. I had this image that I needed to be perfect, that I needed to be flawless. And if I wasn't, of course, it was because of you. Isn't that amazing that you don't have to live that way today? Because today, I love the fact that I am responsible for me. But this step taught me how to be ready, how to ask, prepare to ask. What is it that I'm looking at? And if you count days, I've been 25 years sober, and that's many days. And I can tell you that step 6 has come and it's gone and it's worked through its life, and some of those defects have changed. Some of those defects actually are things that I've cleaned this layer and now it's this layer. I wouldn't change it for the world. They give me the opportunity to become the woman that I have really believed in my heart to be. The reason why I was put on this earth, my authentic truth, my authentic path. But unless I'm willing to look at what that is, what are my character defects? Let's just talk about ego. Let's talk about fear. Let's talk about hatred. Hatred of self. I didn't like who I was. I didn't like the way that I grew up. I didn't like all of the traumas and the trials and tribulations. And I've always felt less than sitting next to somebody else. Today I don't feel that way. And it's taken me a long time. But I've had to work and I've had to be willing. Oh my gosh, I even used that when I quit smoking. I had to be willing to address my character defects. Smoking was another addiction. Smoking was a way of holding on to a thought, a lifestyle that was no longer serving me. So if we think about all of the nice little memes that go around, step 6 is the ability to change your thoughts. That's where we start. So if we start to change those thoughts, we start to look at our defects in a different way. I used to think that when it said I am responsible on the walls of AA, it was I am responsible for the hand of AA. That's not just it. I'm responsible for my journey. I'm responsible for working through the steps on a continuous basis. I don't work all 12 steps and say, hey, I'm done. I wish it was that way. It would be easy, wouldn't it? I wouldn't have to look back at myself and grow. But you know what? Those trials and tribulations, they turn into wins. They turn into a fantastic life. if you and I together are willing to take the risk to look at who we are and who we're meant to be, if we're willing to look at those deep, dark secrets of our soul and address them, if we're willing to walk through the pain because we know that's the manure in the garden and the flowers on the wind are absolutely magnificent. If you really want to go deeper, talk to your sponsor, talk to another AA member, work together. The one thing I love more than anything about this program is it is a we. All my recovery is based on somebody else's experience, somebody else's strengths and weaknesses. They've went before me, and their knowledge and their experience is an important part of what we can do and become. Look for me in step 7. Talk to you later.